Starting over and going back to school. What if we can't take the journey together? You're going to have to bear with me because this is hot off the press. Hi, my name is Ruth, and I help women 30, 40 plus rebuild and reinvent themselves. Okay. After divorce, after breakup, after life be lifing because it be like that sometimes. You gonna hear me say that a lot because I had my first sermon was it be like that sometimes. Anyway, thank you for joining me. All right, here we go. So yesterday I officially am enrolled in school. Yeah. I'm enrolled in school. I had to go on my lunch break. I mean, these people don't even know who I am. I'm a whole boss, but I gotta go do things on my lunch break. I ran up in there. I was sitting back with with the counselor, like, we're gonna figure this out together, my friend. Don't care how late I am because this is very important to me. Very important. And I've been, when you start a new job, it's all about the job, all about the job. And then as time goes on and you realize they don't really care about me like I think they care about me. And then after a while, you're like, well, I don't care about them. And they're like, well, I kind of still need it. And you be like, you know what? I got to do me. I have to do me. I have to do what's best for me. It was one of those best for me moments. I was like, I'm gonna be late, but I'll be back though. And I was so filled with excitement. Me and him, ever since we got engaged, which was May, we're now in almost the last day of July. It's July 30th, right? And so I was just like, it just popped out of nowhere. Like, what if we went to nursing school together? And I've been trying to be a nurse. Like, first of all, I was like, I'm not being a nurse. I listen, every Haitian want their kid to be a nurse. And I'm just like, if you lucky you get nurse and not doctor, right? But doctor would have been top. Nurse, they're like, all right, we could do nurse, like, right? But everybody nurse. So you just like, I don't want to do that. Da, 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 da. Well, I ended up being in all the things that's kind of like nursing. I was a home health aide at one point. I'm in a child care. I'm caring anyway. So why not get paid for it, right? Anyway, so I told him, and this is what I'm thinking. I feel like it aligns with what you do because he's a manager in home health care, and he took care of his mom when his mom was sick, and he takes care of his dad. And I'm just like, this is just right up your alleyway. Like, this is your personality. You take care of me. Like, he makes sure I'm good, like emotionally, physically, everything you can think of. He's like that guy that is going to take care of you, make sure things are good. So I was like, maybe this will be something that you could do on top of his whole graphic design degree and what he does now. So, I said, well, you married a woman with multiple jobs. I don't know what to tell you. I'm gonna only convince you to do multiple jobs, okay? But one thing I noticed about my husband, he does things like in pairs. Like somebody was doing something and he does it with them, and now this is what he does, or something was happening. So I was like, I've always wanted to do something together with my man, so let's do this together. We had this whole big plan, and then they started telling me the schedule. I was sitting there, and I was like, oh, okay. He's not gonna be able to do Mondays. He's not gonna be able to do Saturdays. He's not gonna be not with his schedule. I thought I was bad. I thought I had a lot of stuff going on. He's covering this and doing that, and like he's crucial to the business. So I'm just sitting there, so like, he's not coming. He's not coming. Not initially. He's not coming. He's not going to start with me, but that doesn't mean he is not going to do it. One thing I have faith in is my husband is a man who, if he say he's going to do something, he will do it. You may have to tarry and wait on it, like you wait on the Lord. But one thing he gonna do is do it. He may do it fast, but more likely he might take his time. So it was hitting me hard, that he can, and it prompted. I was about to record, and I ended up talking to him, and we talked for 2 hours last night, and I was able to share with him my frustrations on just scheduling and life choices and everything. I said everything. So now he knows where I stand. But This is kind of how we had a breakup before too, because I was just like, it can't be this rigid. It has to be more flexibility. It has to be more room for maybe you're right, baby. Maybe um this isn't. It's not because like, you know, I want him to whatever. I don't want him to stop what he's doing. I just want him to add on to it. And so we could secure more stuff. We have a lot of things to do. We have a lot of plans. But you can't just say, "Oh, one day it'll get better," and then do nothing. Like I already know that's not going to lead nowhere. So this time when I was talking to him last year, when I was talking to him, it was like in one ear, out the other. I saw this stubbornness that scared me. But then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it time because maybe with time you start to see different things. We saw more good, and then we saw a little bad, and here we are now. This time he's more open. He's more. I hear what you're saying. I understand that. Maybe this and maybe that, and then I found out some information that he was withholding, and I was like, oh, that makes sense now. And you got me thinking it's one way, and it's really you not telling me what's really good. So I just was like, what do I do with this? I'm still going to go for my dreams. And the other part is, oh, this the other part is that he can come after me. But I didn't want him. He was like, I don't know if I want to do school, like all that studying. I had problems with certain subjects. And I was like, but I'm here. We're doing it together. So then I think the fear was if I don't do it with him, he's not going to do it at all. But then a trust kicks in that I said, do you really want to do this? And he says, yes. Okay, so if you really want to do this, we don't have to do it together. You can do it a different day from me. You could do what works for you. All I care about is that we're moving in the right direction together. I can even say you can move at the slower pace. I'm actually slowing it down because baby, I would have already paid for two classes by now. I'm only doing one. Good for me. But I really want to like go hard. But if more doors were open, I would have went even harder. But now I don't even have to because I realized I had time. So that's where I'm at with it. So I'm just like, okay, he may not be going with me. Am I still going to do it? Absolutely. Absolutely. Still going to do it. We have a little baby that is coming. A little baby that is coming. I'm not pregnant at all. I'm not pregnant. But by faith, a baby's coming. And I rebuke anybody that want to say this baby's not coming. The blood of Jesus. The baby's coming. So I want to have a life worth living. I want to say, I'm going to go get some clothes for my daughter, my son, and they're going to be what I want to put on my kid. Not what my money says, but what I want to put on my kid. That's what it's going to be. I want to be the parent that be like, that's not going to touch his skin because that's not what I want him to wear. I've never been able to do that. I've never. I could say I like this outfit, but some of these we just gonna have to make it happen, and you're just gonna have to wear this because this is affordable. I want to be able to dream big dreams. I want to even if I think about putting them in private school, I want to. I can. I want a different life than the life that I was able to give my first four. I want to give my second two, my last two more. And that's going to require more from me. And it's scary because now I'm looking at 13 months without full-time work. And how we going to make that happen? But it's going to happen. I'm going to tell you that it's really going to happen. We're going to have to kick up this real estate game a little. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to make it happen. And so we have time, but now it's like he has to work on a different front than me. But we're going to do this. And so I say, you know what? Like, if it has to be us just investing in me, because this was his plan to for like the money we got for the wedding, we're going to invest some of it. And I said, the best investment, I'm the queen of investments because I'm always spending my money on investments. They don't be working though, sometimes. Sometimes they don't be working, right? But the only investments I seen that has seemed to pay off to this day, real estate and anything with a license has paid off. So I say education is what you have to invest in. If you ask anybody, If you don't have that much money, what would you invest in? Invest in yourself. And that's what we're doing. Invest in ourselves so we can get to that level where we can keep the money rolling, keep it going. Imagine spending, I don't know, $20,000 on a nursing career that will pay you $80,000 a year. I don't know of an investment that is greater, more of a guarantee than that. You know what I mean? Like, what I got to do, huh? And then I get what? Times two people on top of whatever else we doing? We're looking at $250,000. Like, if you do the math. So I was very, very excited until the reality hit me that this is barely feasible for me. I know I'm gonna have to make some adjustments just to make this happen, but for him, it's going to be even harder. So things can happen, change. He could come along later in a couple, like in a month, and say, "Hey, whatever was blocking is cleared up, and I'm coming with you, or I'm coming at the same time as you, but a different day, or I'm going to have to start next semester." But he's coming. And I'm excited about that. But before he wasn't. He was not. I promise you he wasn't coming. If once I get his yes, he's excited about something and he see me making progress in it, baby, you don't have to worry. That's one thing I love about my husband. After like by size, he's fine. My goodness. I was looking at the wedding pictures today. My gosh. All right, right. And I don't care who in the world think he fine, but I know he fine. No. Okay. Is he's gonna always like keep up. He's going to keep up. So I thought about the responsibilities, the timing, the finances, the fear. And I mean, I just really wanted to talk to him. And I was afraid that he was just going to say, never mind, I don't think this is going to work. Before it was try it out. Now it's, yeah, I'm going to do it. And that's good enough for me. So, three takeaways, right? Number one, people who love each other may not always move at the same speed. They may move at different speeds. We do a lot together, and I love that. We do a lot together. We barely do things separately, and I always wanted to be that couple. And it's just so crazy because it feels so home. But I wasn't that before. No, we had to barely do anything. Nobody knew anybody I've ever dealt with because they never showed up to anything. And he's always there. I picked a good one. God picked a good one. Right? A shared dream does not always come with a shared timeline. And someone needing more time does not necessarily mean they don't support you. He can support me and like I have a deadline, right? Because I want to have a child and I can't be in the middle of nursing school and pregnant and about to give birth. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You gotta wait. This is what? Okay, then take just I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Give me a couple minutes. Hey, hey, please step out. Thank you. I'm almost done. Thank you. Number two, partnership does not mean giving up on your individual purpose. Just because he can't do it doesn't mean I can't do it. Doesn't mean that's not good for the team. Marriage is about building together, but both people still have individual callings. We're gonna work together. You can love your spouse and continue pursuing what you're supposed to do, and I will, and did, and will. Number three, starting over requires courage before certainty. I didn't know how things are going to come together, how things were going to get paid, how things were going to get done, but I did it. I took the very first step, and it was the class I've always wanted to take, anatomy and physiology. Yep, I've always wanted to take that class from like since I was 18 years old. And so finally I have. I'm about to take that class. I'm so excited. Courage cannot look like enrolling. Oh, courage can look like you're enrolling, but you're still scared, unsure, emotional, right? You just like don't even know what's going on, but you're like, I'm gonna just take this step. And you do not have to feel completely ready before you begin. I have a lot of things to button up before I begin. This is why I'm going ham on these videos. This is my third one today. I'm going like hard on the video so I can be ahead of schedule so that way I can when school starts school is starting. Oh my God. I'm back to school. Like, it's so funny. On Sunday, I was doing the dance and it was like my first dance. And I was like, I took my pocketbook and I was holding it like it was a book bag. I was like, you know how the kids be like about to kick their butt like this with their trusty dusty book bag. I was like that. I just felt the vibe of the book bag vibe. I loved it. And I'm so happy. And 10 years ago, I was tired of school. I was sick of school. So now I can appreciate school and really kill it this time. All right. So I listened to him, I talked to him, and I'm just proud of myself for taking the first step. I heard where he's coming from. I have more clarity. I can have more patience because I have clarity, and we're going to work this out. And like he knows where I'm coming from. And for me, I don't want to seem too demanding, but I know what's going to get us to that next level. And I know that if we could just keep going forward in this, we're good to go. So I will keep you updated on that journey of starting over through school because I'm so excited. And the job that I was like, I'm so done. I could stay a little longer now. I could stay a little bit longer because I'm now like in school. I can like do what I gotta do and it's not too many changes. So I can get good and started and get used to that and then decide what I want to do next. But I had to let them know that I was going to school. So I know they're like, oh well, at least she's not leaving right this second. She going to school. Okay. Something had to be done because the way it was going, it was not going good. Okay. I'm gonna get my rest. I'm gonna take care of myself and I'm gonna get ready for school so I can keep my job, go to school, so I can not keep my job and go to full time school. And then at least when I leave, I want to leave knowing that I'm at a next level in life. And this is my chance to start over and to do it again, but know what I'm going for and know what the goal is. I did not know when I was getting a business major years ago what I was going to school for, why I was going to school. But now I have a very clear understanding of what I get out of this. And I'm going to get there. And it's so much faster than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a 4 year journey. It's more like a two and a quarter journey. And I'm ready. Let's go. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below. Comment below is would you start your journey if no one else is going to do it with you? I don't know if it's losing weight, finding love, saving money, buying a home, whatever it is, fixing your credit. Do you have to have somebody with you or can you do it alone? And what are your thoughts on like just going alone and just giving it your best and all and see what happens? Comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video. Bye. Thank you. Keep subscribing, y'all. You're doing a good job. Thank you.